Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Diablo Kash over here, and I'm bringing you another episode of Skype Beatbox. And this time, I've got a brother from Bangalore, Sunil.
Hey everyone, this is Sunil. I'm 22 years old, and I've been beatboxing for around 7 years.
So yeah, it's gonna be just like before. We're gonna chill, we're gonna jam, we're gonna try out new stuff. It's not a battle, this is a jam. Please keep that in mind. I will go first so that it ends with you. Cool?
Sounds good. Round 1, beatbox in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice.
Okay, so... Oh,
right.
Okay. You ready? Sunil, first round in 3, 2, 1, go.
Big shout out to Beats Club. Yeah.
Hey, old school. Man, I miss old school beatboxing.
Bro, how did you set up that microphone, by the way?
I use, those mechanical...
Isn't that those? Oh yeah, mechanical. So one thing I've seen that setup before.
Yeah. I've got a question from D-Drop. He asks, how did you start beatboxing and how do you get some gigs?
Alright, so I started beatboxing way back. I used to kind of rap, or at least I thought I could. And there was this other brother named Sharat, and he was the one who used to beatbox initially. And the guy's flow was sick for an old school beatboxer. So then I started picking up certain beats from him, and then, yeah, that was the story.
Okay, so what is the first beat that you learned?
First one was this and chicka like a shaker. That's all that guy used to make me do. Like, say, do chicka bro. Cool.
He also asks, how do you get some gigs?
Gigs, I've been blessed with that, bro. I don't know. At least it's like the market has been pretty tight, and people have already established it, like Vineet Vincent and all of them. And some of the most important people who always gave me consistent gigs were Sarvana. So I work with this band, like this whole event team called Agni Art for All. So those are the guys who keep helping me build up my rapport with the event management industry. So most of my gigs come from them.
Milo, he asks, who according to you are the top 3 underrated beatboxers, if given a chance, have the potential to win the beatbox championship, specifically from Bangalore?
See, I don't know about underrated as such. Each of them do, given that boost, but I think for the previous IBC, like there was a lot of concentration from this region and the Northeast.
Yeah.
3 underrated. I have Afsar also, yo. So it's about time.
Hello.
Yeah, Afsar was featured in the last episode. Look at the link below. Things like that. But who do you think are the 3 underrated beatboxers who can make it to the IBC? Okay, he says he is one of them. That's Afsar. So yeah, it has to turn around towards him. So there's this guy Addy. His flow is also insane. Yeah, from Mumbai. I liked his style. And then Bangalore wise, I look at Navneet Dilip, and Vasant. I mean, today there was this kind of jam which was happening, and Vasant was next level. So that kid's someone you got to look out for.
You got a message from Rishabh. He says, Sunil, I first saw your video in Dayanand Sagar College and Christ College. After that, I knew Sunil and Hilal. You're an amazing and humble person, and can you tell me who will win the Beatbox Championship this year?
No problem. That's really sweet of him. Who would win it? Dude, it like the vibe there, the whole experience is something else. You never know what's happening until that whole moment of that battle begins. Because before the battle, like nobody saw Bhavesh getting it. The moment he started showing who he was on stage,
said it himself. He didn't see it.
He was like, oh my god, and the kind of vibe he brought in. And I think every battle varies based on the like the complete mindset of the person who's going to be battling. Yeah. So I think ultimately whoever wins, it's good. And if they're going to be representing us abroad,
Havox, you've got a question from Havox. He asks, are you the guy from India's Got Talent? And big ups to you and Hilal. Beatboxing on India's Got Talent, how was it?
Well, IGT was a whole different ball game. Me and Hilal were like kids, but we were like, oh my god, and the kind of response that we get from reality shows, I think it did boost the whole scene from there, including like in a more personal way. Like people started saying, okay, they took it up as serious as it is now. Yeah. So it was a good experience overall. So.
Was it pressuring?
In a sense, like I said, bro, I was like 17, 18. There was not much, and we were like getting flights over there, and it was more of a fun ride for us.
You got a few questions from one guy, Vishnu. How are you so powerful with your kick drums and hi-hat?
How do I answer that?
Practice.
You just be loud, yeah. Practice, okay. Yeah. Thanks, bro. You covered me with that one.
How are you so good with those echo techniques?
That's the setting on the mic. You just talk to the sound guy before the battle or something. Tell him increase that.
You have only 4 routines, I guess. But other than that, any freestyle you do turns out to be a routine, and you actually do different beats every time.
Hey, thanks a lot for observing that. But yeah, I did have a lot of routines prior, and back in the day before it became as original as it was now, we used to when we used to battle, it was like, okay, we're doing Alan's routine and Reep's one, and later on it built out to be okay, let's do our own shit.
He also asked for you to do the Om Ganapati beat.
Oh god, okay. Om Gananam Tva Ganapati Kumbhavamahe Klavinam Upamashyavastavam Boom Panapati Pum Pabam Mapip Pabim Papim Pam Shavastavam. And yeah, it keeps building up like that.
Even though you're an old school beatboxer, you never tend to put down the crowd or other mates of the community. You rock the stage. How do you do that?
I think that's more of a compliment. Thanks a lot, Vishnu.
Okay, we've got a question from Deepak. He asks, what is your opinion on building flow for intermediates?
See, flow by itself, there's a lot of like the most suggested one is the metronome and all, and I don't use it for my practices as well. I find flow is just as you speak the language of beatbox, that becomes your kind of flow. It's like how rappers they keep breaking the whole ice of sticking to 16 lines in a bar, or they keep breaking that, and that's what even beatboxers should do. Like just go with what comes out of you naturally. So this is Beatboxer Cash coming at you in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shit. Okay. Crazy.
And 3, 2, 1, go.
This one goes out to Teddy, aka Sharat Guruji. It's one of his routine he did way back, okay? I still gas out on that.
The groove that you get from like the old school beat, beats and everything is so cool. It's like, yeah. Okay, moving on to the second set of questions. You got a question from Kabir.
Beatbox Kabir.
Beatbox Kabir.
Beatbox Kabir.
Kabir, he asks, how did you feel when you won Freeze in 2014?
Yeah, it was pretty much one of the biggest trophies you could get during that time. Yeah, the win was very special to me, bro, because the first time I got into the whole hip hop culture was one of the, like when I attended these cyphers, a hip hop cypher in Freeze. And I think the time I won in 2014, 2013 was the first time I participated. And that time there was this crazy beatboxer named Devin Lama who made it he won the trophy that year, and talking to that guy, that gave me access to this whole realm of beatboxing as well. Yeah. So it was a very important win because that was like on my bucket list. So yeah, thanks for asking that, Kabir. So it was a special win.
We've got a question from Nasir Sultan. He's attached an image and he asks, "Do you think this is true?"
Yeah, bro, easily, skillers like God in speed.
Got a question from Rachel. She asks, first of all, you're just awesome and I adore you so much. How did you get into playing the didgeridoo? Can you do a beat with that? Also, do you think beatbox has a limit as to, okay, you can combine beatboxing with only this many instruments, not with the others?
Didgeridoo came with me through working with the band Agni Art for All. That was one of the instruments. So yeah, I could beatbox with that, but right now I don't have it set up as such for this particular interview. But I could show something with this, the basic harmonica beatboxing. So. Look at that
yeah, exactly. So Rachel also asks, do you think beatbox has a limit as to, okay, you can combine these many sounds with this instrument but not with other instruments? Do you think it has a limit like that?
I think that limit was crossed the moment the whole looping station thing came into existence, right? Yeah. You can just there's nothing, there's no limit to what's going on in this market. So
there you have it. Akash Hazarikas, he asks, how do you start with technical beatboxing?
Honestly, I don't know what technical beatboxing and all this is. Just pick a few sounds and keep trying new patterns with it till it sounds good. So then it becomes.
So you've got a question from Gurjeet Singh. He asks, what kind of music should we hear to improve technicality and make new technical beats?
Just try to create all the sounds you hear in the music you're listening to already.
Yeah. I've got a question from Anirudhe. He asks, can you give an overview of what Beats Club does and why you do it with the other members? Also a huge shout out to them. You already did in the first round.
Yeah, I did. Okay, so basically what Beats Club is just a set of members trying to keep the whole community going. We try to keep getting as much as events and trying to regulate the whole scene here. So that our vision is just to build a market higher and where everyone gets paid doing this as well, right? Yeah. So we try to host as much as jams down here, bring in new people into the community, create workshops, things like that. So it's more of a CSR kind of club which we have started, and Anirudhe's like a genius, so shout out to Anirudhe as well.
So we've got a question from Aniket. He asks, where are the freaking loop station videos?
Bro, they will be out soon someday somehow.
Okay.
So till then, follow my channel.
Okay. We got a question from Samir. He asks, the Indian beatbox community is growing big and the Indian beatboxing scene is also growing big. Most of us have to make important life decisions as a part of growing old. Do you see beatboxing as a part-time profession? In general, what are your plans?
Okay, this is something very deep, and this is something which should be as an individual's choices. I think most of what the beatboxers nowadays are doing is they see someone going all like they put all their time into only beatboxing that they think, okay, it could actually work out for them. It works for some people, but you should actually consider more than just your passion. Like, this is your passion, it's a hobby, it's good. It's your form of meditation. At least it is my form of meditation. But I have other life circumstances and things which you consider, and you try to construct your way of life so that you are able to support. It's about being practical at the end of the day.
What are your plans though?
So right now I'm still doing my corporate thing. Like, I studied for so many years, I had to do something. So for a year I worked, and like, even the beatboxing thing actually pays me more than what I get as in a month at sitting through that whole process. But I do it just because, like, that's how I look at, like, I'm more passionate about finance as much as I'm passionate about these kind of things. So it work out in the long run. So
message and a question from Akash James. He says, you've been an inspiration to me. You're one of the first guys I saw beatboxing and wanted to learn it. How do you feel about the community growing so rapidly in India, and what would be the one thing that you want in India that would boost the beatbox scene right now?
Yeah, Akash is a damn peaceful guy to really touch upon this. I think it's a good thing that we're growing this rapidly. Ultimately, the bigger the community grows, the more mainstream Indians would look at it, and it would actually build more opportunities for us. And what would be good is a more regulated form to hold events. Like, the thing is, a lot of if you look at it, it's so hard to reach out for guys in other states. Like, if there's a jam happening here, I think it should be freely accessible for everyone to make it to that one, and that's something I want the Indian beatboxing scene to reach. So that would take time, a few more years, but it's definitely happening. Beatboxer Cash, El Diablo in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fucking, that's low as fuck. Nice.
Okay. Final round in 3, 2, 1, go.
Shout out to Cash. I lost my flow, but I'm gonna bring it back. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm done.
You got a question from Abanshu. He says, do you feel that it was the less exposure to beatboxing of the audience that you couldn't get to the next rounds of India's Got Talent?
The whole journey for us to get to, we were wildcard winners, okay? So till the semis itself was something which was great. And like most of the acts, see, me and Hilal were just two people there. And the ones who won that season had about 26 people in that particular team. So you could do the maths. More than just getting exposure as individuals, I think the art form itself really got a huge kick up from that, because post that I had a lot of people like requesting to learn, and so yeah. So that way, India's Got Talent was good. It was a win situation, no matter which angle I see it. So yeah.
Kalyan, he asks, what do we need to do to get back the importance that fests used to give for beatboxing 4 to 5 years ago?
Okay, so I honestly don't know. See, for us back then, it usually kept happening because we were in constant touch with the Culsex and all the other colleges. So we made sure it happens. Like, this is something which has to happen throughout. So I think that's all you got to do. Keep that network strong.
We got a question from Paul Neon. He asks, who's your favorite old school and new school beatboxer?
Old school, Reaps 1, new school, I think still Reaps 1 too. He just keeps growing. So
okay, let's see. Got a question from Akam. She asks, what are you doing?
Very important. I have no plans, bro. I just live by the moment. So
okay, so we got a question from Basant. He asks, Manakam Ji, drop one Reaps on beat.
Okay, this is interesting.
Lot of pressure.
I can't do like how Reaps and all that's got one of. And hey, what is that other one? Guess I got my swagger back. Guess I got my swagger back. Guess I got my.
Oh, the memories. We got a question from Afsar.
My question is, no, actually I don't have a question. Can you just give me a shout out?
This is a big shout out to our boy Afsar Syed. Drop one beat, bro.
You've got a question from Zersex. He asks, basic patterns or technical patterns? These Instagram names.
The name is too deadly. Okay. What basic patterns?
Sorry, basic patterns.
Depends on the mood.
So that is the end of this episode of Skype Beatbox. Thank you very much for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you, Sunil, for showing up. Do you have anything to say to the audience?
Yeah, keep following our man Kash. A big shout out to Beats Club, and follow the whole beatbox journey.
That is the end of this episode. Be sure to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel if you liked what you saw. If you want to drop your questions for the next Skype Beatbox episode, follow me on my Facebook page or my Instagram. That's where I will be announcing them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will leave Sunil's social media links down in the description below. Go check him out. He's amazing. And yeah, this is El Diablo Kash and Sunil. See you in the next video. Peace out.